March 12th, 2025, 11:47 p.m. A Ring doorbell camera captures a teenage girl walking out of her house, backpack over her shoulder. She looks back at the door one last time, tears streaming down her face. Then she's gone. That was the last time Olivia Martinez's family saw her alive. 3 hours later, neighbors heard screaming from her ex-boyfriend's apartment. Police arrived to find Olivia on the floor, bleeding. Marcus Carter standing over her, holding his phone. Everyone assumed he stabbed her. The evidence seemed obvious. But when investigators pulled security footage from the apartment building hallway, what they saw changed everything. This isn't a story about a murder. This is about something worse. This is about a girl who couldn't survive the shame of her intimate photos being shared with everyone she knew. This is about revenge porn destroying someone so completely that she chose to end her own life in front of the person who destroyed her. And this is about why that person is still in prison today. Before we go further, subscribe if you believe revenge porn should be treated as violence, because what happened to Olivia proves that sharing someone's intimate images without consent doesn't just hurt them, it can kill them. And the person who posted those photos is just as responsible as if they'd held the weapon themselves. Olivia Martinez, 17 years old, honor student at Riverside High, volleyball captain, college-bound. Everyone who knew her said the same thing. That girl had her whole life ahead of her. She dated Marcus Carter for 8 months. He was 19, worked at a car wash, dropped out of community college. Olivia's parents didn't approve, but she was 17, almost an adult. They let her make her own choices. February 28th, 2025. Olivia broke up with Marcus. She told her best friend Emma that he was getting too controlling, checking her phone, getting jealous when she talked to other people. She was done. Marcus didn't take it well. He begged her to come back. She said no. He showed up at her house. She told him to leave. He sent dozens of texts. She blocked him. For 2 weeks, nothing. Olivia thought it was over. March 12th, 2025, 3:14 p.m. Olivia's phone starts exploding. Text after text. She opens it. Her intimate photos. The ones she'd sent Marcus when they were together. Posted on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. Tagged with her full name. Her school. Her volleyball team. Her church youth group. Within 2 hours, everyone she knew had seen them. Her classmates, her teachers, her pastor, her little brother's friends, her grandmother. Olivia's mother found her sitting on her bedroom floor staring at her phone. She was shaking, couldn't speak, just kept scrolling through the comments, the cruel ones, the laughing ones, the ones calling her names. Her mother tried to comfort her, tried to tell her this wasn't her fault, that they'd get the photos taken down, that they'd press charges. But Olivia couldn't hear her. All she could hear was the voice in her head telling her everyone had seen her. Everyone knew. Everyone was laughing. She'd never be able to face anyone again. Her mother stayed with her for hours. Finally, around 10 p.m., Olivia seemed calmer, said she just wanted to sleep. Her mother kissed her goodnight, closed the door. 1 hour and 47 minutes later, the Ring doorbell camera captured Olivia walking out. She didn't tell anyone she was leaving. 11:52 p.m. Olivia arrived at Marcus's apartment building. Security camera in the lobby shows her walking in. She looked determined, angry. She took the stairs to the 3rd floor, knocked on his door. Marcus opened it. According to his statement to police, she walked in without saying a word, went straight to his kitchen, grabbed a knife from the counter. He said he thought she was going to attack him. He backed away, put his hands up, started recording on his phone because he was scared. But Olivia didn't go after Marcus. She looked at him, and according to the video he was recording, she said 4 words. "You did this to me." Then she turned the knife on herself. If you've watched this far, I comment I'm still here. Marcus called 911, screaming, saying his ex-girlfriend just stabbed herself. Paramedics arrived. Olivia was conscious but losing blood. She was rushed to the hospital. Neighbors who heard the screaming called police too. When officers arrived, they saw blood. They saw Marcus. They saw the knife. And they arrested him for attempted murder. Marcus insisted he didn't touch her, that she did it to herself, that he had video proof. But nobody believed him. Why would a girl stab herself? It didn't make sense. Until investigators pulled the apartment building's hallway security footage. It showed Olivia walking to his door, showed her going inside, showed Marcus never laying a hand on her. And when they finally watched the video Marcus had recorded on his phone, they saw it. Olivia, knife in hand, looking at Marcus, saying you did this to me, then stabbing herself in the abdomen while he screamed for her to stop. Olivia survived the wound, but barely. She spent 2 weeks in the hospital, underwent surgery, required counseling and psychiatric evaluation. When detectives interviewed her, she told them the truth. She hadn't gone there to hurt Marcus. She'd gone there to make him watch, to make him see what his revenge porn had done to her, to make him live with the guilt, because she couldn't live with the shame. If you're still here, comment justice for Olivia. Marcus was not charged with attempted murder, but he was charged with distribution of intimate images without consent, coercion, harassment. And because Olivia's suicide attempt was a direct result of his actions, prosecutors argued his crime carried severe consequences. He was sentenced to 6 years in prison, required to register as a sex offender, and ordered to pay restitution for Olivia's medical bills. But here's what haunts this case. During the investigation, police found 3 other girls on Marcus's phone. Ex-girlfriends. All had intimate photos saved. All had been threatened with exposure if they left him. One had already been posted online 2 years earlier. She'd never reported it. She'd just disappeared from social media, changed schools, tried to forget. Marcus had been doing this for years, using intimate photos as weapons, as control, as revenge. And Olivia was the first one brave enough or desperate enough to make people see the damage it caused. Olivia eventually testified at Marcus's trial. She told the court that the photos being public felt worse than the physical wound, that she could heal from the stabbing, but she couldn't heal from knowing thousands of people had seen her at her most vulnerable. That screenshots lived forever. That she'd never be able to apply for a job or go to college without wondering if someone had seen them. The judge called Marcus's actions digital violence, said revenge porn destroys lives just as surely as physical assault, and that Olivia's attempt to end her pain in front of him was her way of forcing him to witness what he'd caused. Olivia is 19 now. She survived, but not without scars, physical ones from the knife, emotional ones from the photos. She's become an advocate for revenge porn legislation, speaks at schools, tells her story. Not because she's proud of what she did, but because she wants other girls to know there's another way. That shame doesn't have to be the end, that the person who violated your trust is the one who should feel ashamed, not you. The ring footage from that night shows Olivia looking back at her house, at her family, at the life she thought she was leaving behind forever. She didn't know she'd survive. She didn't know she'd become a voice for others. She just knew she couldn't face the world anymore. But she did survive. And Marcus is the one who can't face the world now, because everyone knows what he did. If you believe revenge porn should carry the same penalties as physical assault, share this video. If you think intimate images shared without consent is violence, comment, everyone deserves dignity. And if you or someone you know is facing revenge porn, there are resources. Report it. Screenshot everything. Press charges. You are not alone. Olivia's story could have ended in that apartment. Instead, it became the reason Marcus and men like him are finally being held accountable. She walked out of her house at 11:47 p.m., thinking her life was over. But the Ring camera that captured her leaving also became evidence in the case that put her abuser in prison. Sometimes the worst moments lead to the most important changes.